How's it going, guys? Hope you guys are having a great week. So I'm back today to give my reactions to the Marvel Avengers War Table stream that happened earlier. I wasn't able to watch it live and stream it, unfortunately, just because I had other commitments. But I am here now to watch it and to actually react, hopefully find out more information about the gameplay, how co-op is going to work in Marvel Avengers. This game is coming out in September, so I am expecting, hopefully we're going to get a pretty good deep dive. We know from this video that it's about 25 minutes long, so hopefully it'll be worth the wait. Hopefully it will allay a lot of people's fears. But let's get jumping straight in, shall we? Should we jump in and have a look at it? So fingers crossed this is not going to disappoint.
When I was young, I found an orphaned wolf cub in the forest behind our farm. I felt if I could instill rules, the proper boundaries, I could harness the raw power of that beast.
Oh, it's at
A few months
1080p.
later, while hunting, the adolescent cub turned on me.
We're fixing the damage the Avengers did all those years ago. Inhumans are sick.
Unlimited power, that's dangerous. It's lethal.
Inhumans.
Lucky to be alive.
Alright, so this is like the X-Men, but they can't call them the X-Men?
Kamala, let AIM
Or is it
help
actually
you.
the Inhumans?
I'll take my chances.
Okay.
The Avengers were set up. I think you should see for yourself.
Good old Brucey.
Couldn't Mr. Stark help us with this?
Hi, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Kamala?
This better be good.
He totally locked Cap in the reactor room and then he tried to jack the Chimera.
Son of a...
Have you all completely lost your senses?
What? Where were you while the world went to hell?
This is our fault. All of ours. You really think the world is better without us? Yes. See, it's always been your problem. Running from
Wow.
who you are, what you are. I am warning you.
This is exactly what Tarleton wants!
Damn. I'm looking forward to this. I've been waiting for a really good Avengers game for a while.
You struggle against the unstoppable tide of progress, Avengers. Power cannot be controlled.
The Abomination.
Destroyed. I will rid
Ultron?
the Earth of superpowers, even if it has to end with me.
Alright, story trailer. I'm sold for the story. Ooh.
Got a whole lot weirder.
Okay, so that was showing a little bit of customization there, because those were definitely not their like normal suits. I hope this is good. Come on, Square Enix,
What's up,
please
Marvel fans?
deliver.
My name's Casey Lynch, and I'm editorial director at Crystal Dynamics. Marvel's Avengers War Table is your direct source for all things Marvel's Avengers. We've got a great show lined up with new trailers, new details on one of our main villains,
Cool.
MODOK,
Oh,
and advanced
MODOK,
idea
okay.
mechanics. And we'll take a first look at co-op and war zones.
That's what I'm wanting to look at
If
as
you've
well.
ever thought, what is this game? Or how does it work? Then this is the show for you.
I think that's pretty much what
Let's get
everybody's
into it,
thinking right
starting
now.
with a story trailer. In the aftermath of A-Day, everything changed.
You so-called heroes transformed San Francisco into an infectious, gas-filled quarantine zone. You
Damn.
unleashed diseased, powerful beings that wreak havoc throughout our nation. So I ask you again, Dr. Banner, do the Avengers pose a danger to society?
Yes.
I can promise you this. I will use this second chance to make you safe. AIM will find a cure for the inhuman disease.
As a founding member of tech giant Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM, George Tarleton dreamt of a world made better through science. But even as AIM promises a cure to end the inhuman infection,
Yeah,
and
kill all the
revolutionary
Inhumans,
Adaptoid project
probably.
offers a world protected by science, Tarleton, a victim of A-Day himself, uses AIM's technological might and the public's fear of Inhumans to convince the world that the superpowered are uncontrollable and cannot be trusted. His deranged obsession drives him to become MODOK, mental organism designed only for killing.
It's kind of cool. Like, there hasn't been much,
Villain,
like,
we really needed someone who had the muscle and mental
we've not really
capacity
seen
to
MODOK in, like,
become
any
an Avengers
games
level
or
threat.
any kind
We
of, like,
also
movies or
wanted a new
anything,
face
so
for modern Avengers fans.
it'd be kind of cool.
Big face. But comic fans know MODOK is anything but new. His origin in Marvel lore dates back more than 50 years to October of 1967 in Tales of Suspense. Now, with AIM's drive to manipulate public fear and his ability to control machines with his mind, Tarleton and AIM are the most sophisticated threat the Avengers have ever faced. But a teenage fangirl named Kamala Khan doesn't trust AIM. In fact, she's convinced that AIM is experimenting on her fellow Inhumans under the guise of finding a cure. And she believes George Tarleton was behind the plot to discredit the Avengers. And she has proof.
So she's like,
as you pick up the trail of the long-disbanded Avengers, you'll advance the story of the single-player campaign, unlocking more and more hero-specific missions.
So the A obviously is main story
you've
missions.
Been asking for new gameplay that's
Mission
not
power
from
15, so it looks like it's going to be
so here's a playthrough of
locked behind levels, maybe level gating.
Once an Avenger.
Hopefully you'll level quite quickly in the game, that you're not going to have to do much grinding. Pre-release game build, fab, nice. We've seen some gameplay footage. That's awesome.
We're here live at the AIM experience in Manhattan, witnessing the return of the Avengers, but they appear to be attacking the city. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Is it any coincidence that this attack comes on the very day that AIM is supposed to unveil their promising new Adaptoid program?
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. So they're basically making the Avengers out to be the
you should know.
Enemies of oh.
Wait, is that Thor?
Holy crap, Thor! Where the hell did you come from?
I was serving the commoners when it started raining bolts of metal from the skies.
It's unbelievably good to see you.
A bit dramatic, don't you think?
It doesn't matter. He's here now.
So they're gonna transition into the air, into the ground pretty quickly. It seems quite like slow, a little bit slow, a little bit hulking, I guess. I suppose the idea is he's overpowered.
You should have stayed forgotten. Never, when mortals are in peril. Where do you hide, Doctor? Can you not face me?
Look around. I'm everywhere.
So it's kind of a dodge button from the looks of it. It just the movement seems a bit. Well, maybe it'll feel good when you get your hands on it. It's hard to tell from just watching gameplay how it's actually going to feel. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Hulk's there too.
Oh, hello. Just like old times.
Don't tell me you have to fight Hulk. Surely not.
I see them.
Focus on those necks.
Oh, damn. The camera seems to be moments where it's quite close to you, I guess, so the combat feels more intense. Definitely when you're throwing it, the camera locks in round behind you. Yeah, that grab.
Dare I ask who this child is?
We'll explain later. Don't worry, she's up to it.
Okay.
Chimera's still losing altitude. Thor, can you hold it up with wind?
Tear the ship apart.
So I'm assuming this is a excuse me? Okay. I am liking the whole hammer moves, kind of throwing it, pulling it back. Very like God of War, you know. I think the guy actually that worked on the combat for God of War actually has worked on Thor's combat, and you can definitely tell. Oh, I love seeing that little combination there. That's cool.
In this AIM experience story.
Not on my watch. The Chimera can't go down. Not again.
I don't know how this thing is still alive. Like, you're the fucking god of, like, thunder. How is this mech still alive?
I'm on them. Nice. Security subsystems just came back online. It's working.
Can you enable lockdown?
Already working on it.
Okay. So it looks like you've got quite a few moves, so hopefully you can really mix it up so the combat doesn't feel too samey. You know, that's the problem sometimes that you have where you have particular moves that are mapped to buttons, that it can get a little bit samey, especially if the enemies are a bit samey as well. So hopefully it will be like God of War where you can really like mix it up.
I can handle the large one myself.
You don't have to. That's the whole point.
I'm not overly blown away by these robot enemies at the moment, but maybe we'll get different kinds. Kind of hoping we'd have other villains as well, like not just MODOK, you know, with robot AI. Hopefully. There'll be a mixture enough to provide a challenge and really showcase the Avengers, you know.
The damage has already been done, Avengers.
Oh, that's just cheating. Using the Bifrost to bypass the shield. That's awesome.
Kamala, Tony, we're trying to restart the engines, but there's not enough power. We're out of time, people. Brace for impact.
Hey, God of Thunder.
Stay behind me.
Now, bring it.
Oh, okay, this is the bit that we've seen. It does look cool.
Keep going, it's working.
Pull up.
Ooh, I couldn't have been closer if it tried. I kind of don't want him to show this kind of epic moment though, like, that's the problem with showing lots of gameplay. Once an Avenger
is a
always
great
an Avenger.
example of a hero mission. A single-player campaign experience focusing on a specific playable character.
Hero mission, okay. So we're
Hero
going to move
missions
from
give us
hero
a
to
chance
hero.
to tell more of each hero's story.
Oh, we can
and
tell who we're
showcase
going to
the
be based
variety
on the
and
little
depth of our hero
icon.
designs. Let's take a quick look at how Thor plays.
Okay.
With the game's combat systems, players can string together combos of heavy and light attacks, or hold for signature attacks.
Okay.
Combat versatility is one of Thor's strengths. From making use of Mjolnir to pin enemies from a distance, or bringing the sky down on his foes. In addition to core combat moves, the God of Thunder has a wide
Okay.
variety of skills to unlock
Melee
that give him
range,
access to
intrinsic
classic
ability,
moves.
intrinsic
This is one of our
overcharge.
favorites, manual targeting. We largely drew our influence from writer Jason Aaron's run on the Mighty Thor comic. Manual targeting allows you to quickly mark your enemies for bullseyes with Mjolnir, and
Nice.
one by one, you can mark them and knock them down
Oh,
as
that's-
Mjolnir comes back to you.
That's
Follow
cool.
that up with a powerful ground pound, and you've got a mighty combo.
That's very cool.
Manual targeting is a great ranged
Locked.
attack, but if up close and personal is more your style, go with the hammer spin or Mjolnir Cyclone.
That's cool.
Heroes have 3 special heroic moves: Assault,
Okay.
Ultimate, and Support.
Right.
When designing our heroics, we started with the signature moves from the comics and movies that we've always wanted to play. The Assault heroic charges the fastest, and in some cases, you can store multiple charges to use strategically as a part of your combos.
Interesting.
You can perform these after charging your heroic meters with normal attacks. For instance, Natasha's Assault heroic is Widow's Bite, which is an electroshock projectile move you might recognize. You can see Nat using it right here. Each hero also has a unique support heroic that's designed to enhance co-op and team play. For example, Thor's support, Warrior's Fury, lets him channel the power of the gods to supercharge his Odin force and grants a period of invulnerability for nearby team
That's
members.
awesome.
You can see this in action when Iron Man gets the buff as he flies through Thor's support.
Okay, so it's got a range.
Ultimates take longer to charge,
effect.
but they're definitely worth the wait. They have more screen clearing power, and some even have residual effects,
Wow.
like Thor's Bifrost Ultimate.
Wow.
Thor's ultimate heroic channels the power of the 9 realms, and his Bifrost taps into Muspelheim to bypass unbreakable shields, allowing Thor to use the power of the Bifrost Bridge to do maximum damage.
Okay, so we've got
We know
3
everyone
abilities
plays
mapped to
differently,
shortcuts.
so we have melee,
and then
ranged,
heavy,
aerial, and ground
light
combat
attacks.
skills to tailor your hero to your playstyle.
Rage.
As your heroes earn experience,
Primary
they gain
specialty,
access to new
mastery.
skills. Skill points allow you to unlock new moves, combos, and
Cosmetics,
even new
collection,
versions of
social.
attacks.
Wow.
As you build up your heroes, you begin to see how unlocking and mastering the separate core skills offers a ton of depth and variety on its own for every hero. And that's before gear, perks, artifacts, and any kind of later game progression. So why is all of this
so there's
important?
very
Because it
RPG
means
elements.
your
They've
Thor
got
will
each
play
has got
differently
power
than my
level,
Thor,
proficiency,
and my Hulk will play different than yours.
like effects and things.
Another way to customize your heroes is with gear.
Wow.
We've previously talked about the different rarities and how
Chance,
perks will
range,
give you
power,
powerful
attacks, granted
modifiers
defense
for
buff.
even more customization. Some perks apply special damage like plasma or gamma, or cause status effects like shrink, which will shrink enemies and reduce damage and defense. You can see Iron Man using gamma gear in this shot, and eagle-eyed fans probably noticed his laser sweep was green instead of red.
Yeah.
Nope, that wasn't a bug. When you have gamma gear equipped, it grants a bonus damage modifier and changes the emissive color of your attack. And voila, green lasers. We know that if you look good, you'll play good. The Crystal
Okay.
team has really enjoyed creating all new outfits for these heroes and drawing from
These
Marvel's 80-year
purposefully,
history to bring so many
like,
classic outfits to the game. Each hero has dozens
Cool.
of outfits drawn from some of the most
do like that.
recognizable eras and story arcs. You can earn them over the course of the story campaign by completing missions and
Awesome.
deciphering patterns.
Okay.
There's Iron Man's suit from the 2014 Original Sin storyline, or Donald Blake, which is a nod to an alias of Thor's who first appeared in 1962's Journey into Mystery, issue 83, or Tony's Stark Tech outfit that was inspired by the Bleeding Edge armor that first appeared in Invincible Iron Man number 25 in 2010. While there are a ton of outfits you'll earn just by playing, some will require completing iconic mission chains to earn each hero's iconic outfit. And some
Okay.
outfits will only be available in our online marketplace. You can even customize your attitude and let out your
Okay,
inner
online
Hulk with the right
marketplace,
emote.
so-
I don't think that's canon. Those are just some of the ways you'll be able to build and spec out your heroes. Okay, I think it's time for another trailer. This one gives us a first look at how all that customization is especially fun when you play together.
Nice.
This is Co-op and War Zones.
This is what I want to see. It'd be really cool to get a group of, like, people to play with.
Aim is firing on the Air Force.
These adaptoids of his, they harvest their powers through the torture of these Inhumans.
Georgie Boy is gearing up for war. Programmable power under our control. No more heroes.
The entire world is in terrible danger.
Okay.
Time is here.
I could pull some strings to spruce up the armory. Get ourselves some new toys to play with. Dangerous ones.
Change your hair, change your costume.
Picking up something in the atmosphere, a derivative of Terrigen.
I'm here. Who needs
Ooh,
their ass kicked?
cool.
Very air breathes dark magic.
I'm wondering how these multiplayer missions actually work? Like if you've got objectives to complete, if it's a wave kind of thing. I do want to know how it works. I do like the idea of being able to like play online with people though for it, as well as having the single player.
Jarvis is unencrypting the schematics and we'll get our tech heads on new gear ASAP.
She looks fun to play as, I think.
Look at all this. Which nation state is AIM planning to go to war with?
Okay.
Heroes are people, and people can be corrupted. If I don't stop them, it's just one more thing to regret on my deathbed.
Times like this, when all seems hopeless, that's when we've got to stand strong.
Is that Nick Fury? Ooh.
You want to see powers? Here we go.
Time for heroes is over.
You don't get to decide who lives or dies.
The thing is with co-op there, we didn't really get to see how it actually works, and oh, I do love the Buster suit, but we didn't actually get to see the co-op. I would have liked to actually physically see people actually playing through like part of a mission and see people jump in and drop in and see how it works, the matchmaking and stuff. That felt very scripted and, you know, just showing what they want you to see kind of thing.
Made up of your unlocked and leveled heroes. Whether playing hero missions or war zones, you always make forward progress with your heroes. On your helicarrier, you'll use the war table to launch missions with a variety of objectives and challenges.
Right.
As you saw on the co-op trailer,
so
each mission is grounded in story. So whether you're in the campaign or war zones, you're always working together to stop AIM and rebuild the resistance. You get missions from Jarvis, Maria Hill, Hank Pym, and more characters from Marvel history. Once you pick your mission, you'll board the Quinjet, where you can matchmake, switch heroes, choose your loadout, and of course, pick the right look and attitude for the job.
Okay. So, do we each select a different hero, or can you have like 4 Iron Men?
You realize AIM has entrenched themselves in cities and remote locations alike.
It looks like you have to choose a different hero from the looks of this.
War zones range from wide open spaces designed for exploration and team traversal to dense interiors with a variety of objective-based challenges, boss fights, and rewards. Here's a mission we saw on the co-op trailer called To Tame a Titan, where we can see some team play. There's this cool shot of Iron Man, but you may have missed Kamala and Hulk performing a team finisher on that poor guy back there. When you max out some larger enemies' stun meter, 2 heroes can come together to perform a team finisher, which gives you a chance to take them down much faster. Teamwork makes the dream work. Living the hero life is all about growth, getting stronger and better equipped to play smarter, and there are plenty of upgrades to help you do just that. As you progress through the campaign, you'll also be rebuilding and upgrading the Chimera, your helicarrier, which is your own flying base. The Resistance is a group who have banded together in the 5 years since A-Day. Some are inhuman and have powers. Some are former S.H.I.E.L.D. agents who refuse to pledge allegiance to AIM, and some just want to help.
What is this place?
We call it the Anthill. Not my idea.
You'll join their cause in the field by working directly with factions like the
Hank
Inhuman
Pym.
Alliance and S.H.I.E.L.D. agents Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury, and more. Earning faction reputation will give you access to new challenges.
Hey, Avengers. Hill has something she needs your help with.
New vendors and more powerful items. There will always be new threats on the horizon.
Expires in 14 hours, 39 minutes. So that's telling me that, yeah, it's
we've talked about a lot today.
Like
that's kind of the point.
A shop that rotates, potential. I don't know.
Marvel's Avengers isn't just a global high-stakes race to rebuild the Avengers, to save the Inhumans, and uncover the truth about AIM's plans. That's just the beginning. This is a brand new original Avengers single-player story that you can enjoy on your own, made the Crystal Dynamics way. But it's also an experience you can play with your friends that will grow as we add new heroes, new regions, and new story, all at no additional cost.
That's cool.
Thank you for following us and believing in us. I want to give a big shout out to our community. Thank you for caring and telling us what you think. We're listening, and as fans ourselves, we're all working every day to make Marvel's Avengers worthy of your support. Please stick around after the show to ask questions and chat. On behalf of the whole Marvel's Avengers team, thank you for tuning in to the first Marvel's Avengers War Table.
The first.
In the coming months, we'll talk about our first post-launch hero, our upcoming beta, and of course, our launch, when Marvel's Avengers arrives September 4th.
I definitely want to get in on that beta if I can.
I'm Casey Lynch.
I can actually play it and get
see you
hands on
next
with it
time.
and see how the game feels. Alright, so there you have it, guys. There is Marvel's Avengers, the War Table. Yeah, a lot shown in that. So I feel like I'm definitely going to have to go back through and kind of break it down. Especially when we get to the bit with the skill tree, the customizable things. I like the fact that they showed some Thor gameplay and actually talked about how the moveset kind of works and how they're going to have that working for each of the heroes. So that's really, really cool. I really thought that this was going to just focus exclusively on the co-op side of things. That's the impression I got from it. But the co-op was actually quite short. They didn't show much about that. We don't know how long the main story campaign is going to be compared to the co-op side of things. Whether or not the co-op is going to affect this story in terms of like, are there multiple endings? Is it a kind of like galactic readiness kind of thing? So like the more co-op missions you do, the more you take down AIM, the better chance you've got of having a good ending. Is it something like that? We don't know. I would have liked to have actually seen like 4 people actually playing, and it would have been cool if they would have kind of like maybe split the screen so you could see the 4 different characters playing and how that all interacts. I love the idea of the team fights and the Avengers comboing together to do sort of finishing moves and that kind of thing. We could definitely see from the map as well that a lot of the missions do seem to have a particular power level that you need to have in order to do it. So there will be most definitely some kind of leveling system. There will be definitely some maybe level gating involved. Maybe you can't even take on these missions until you get to that particular level, or it's more difficult if you jump in at a lower level possibly. We did also see on some of the missions that there are rewards, so you do get like legendary items and things like that. Maybe that'll be armor sets or customization, that kind of thing. I really would have liked to have seen. I don't want customization just in terms of the skins. I think it would be really, really cool to actually, for those, and it seems like definitely when we saw some of the customization that the different things that you were wearing did seem to have some kind of impact on your character. On your abilities, on your level, and obviously how you fight. We definitely saw that with Iron Man and the lasers. So hopefully, you know, this customization will have a pretty good, robust customization system, which it looks like it does. It definitely has, most definitely, some RPG elements. Maybe this will be what Anthem should have been, but done right, hopefully, with a really, really good single-player campaign. Really excited to jump in. I'm a massive Marvel fan. I'm a huge Avengers fan. I love the idea of having a story campaign that follows each Avenger through the story and you know, puts you in their role. I think that's really, really cool. So I do like that, and I am excited at the prospect of jumping in and playing with friends if I can convince them to get this game. But yeah, so overall pretty good. Like, it was a solid 25 minutes. We got like snippets of things. They did explain stuff. I'm going to go back through this, and if there's enough interest, I might very well do some kind of breakdown video on particularly the customization, the leveling and the combat side of things, because I think that there's a lot of information buried in this video that just goes past very, very quickly. So if there's enough interest, I might absolutely jump in and rewatch it, make down notes, and maybe do some kind of breakdown video. Let me know if you would be interested in that. But this obviously is just my first initial reactions. But generally speaking, like, I enjoyed it. I'm excited, you know, for Marvel's Avengers. It looks good. You know, Crystal Dynamics can do really good games. They did that with the Tomb Raider reboot. So hopefully, you know, it will be really, really good, and it will be a great ride, and I'm looking forward to it, you know, coming out in September. But I am definitely wanting to get into that beta so I can actually get my hands on the game, play the game, see how the combat actually feels, because it does feel... It looked a little clunky, but we obviously can't tell until you actually play and get hands on the controller and see how that response feels. So we'll have to wait and see. But generally speaking, it was a good reveal. It was a good stream, and I enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to Avengers, you know, coming out in September. So what did you guys think of the stream from Square Enix? What did you think of the reveal? What are your thoughts on the co-op side of things? Everything that we learned in the video. If there's anything I didn't pick out or anything I failed to spot, let me know, please, in the comment section below. And let me know your thoughts on this as well in the comment section below as well. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great week. Take care. And as always, happy gaming. Bye, guys.